Hey guys, okay. Well, what happened in the last video? I think I've explained you about how to create a simple ASG, and I stopped an EC2 instance, and the instance automatically came up. And now in this video, we'll just further explore a few options. Say, for example, okay, I'm clicking on auto scaling groups here. Okay, and then I'm clicking on the name, auto scaling group name. So the group details shows what is the desired capacity, minimum capacity, and maximum capacity. If I go to my instances here, so my instances, I have two running. Why two instances are running? Because the desired capacity is two. Remember that. So in case if I stop one of the instance, again the auto scaling group will check check this condition, and it will find out like, okay, the desired capacity is not two, it's only one. It will launch an instance automatically. It will scale. Okay, this is one thing. Okay, and for example, okay, Samir, let's do one thing. Can you click on edit here, and I want to make it one, and maximum also one. So I want only one instance at any point of time. So what will happen is it will delete either this or this. So let's see, I'm hitting on update now. Okay, it is updated. Okay, now I'm clicking on activity. Okay, now if you see this, it says it's 4:18 p.m. Same 4:18 p.m. It's trying to terminate something B0D. If you come here and then if you refresh it, see B0D, it is terminating. So it's just keeping only one instance alive running. Why? Because my desired capacity is only one. So based on that, based on the group details configuration, the instances will go up and it will go down. Yeah, this is one thing. Now the next thing is, okay, Samir, if you remember, in the last video, we there was an issue where South 1C availability zone, it was not launching the T2 instances. So how do we change it? Okay, I think in the last video I've explained you to change your you remove the 1C subnet, but this video I'll just explain you how to change the instance type. Okay, so if you guys remember, guys, always remember. Okay, let me explain you in a different way. Okay, perfect. So guys, always remember, uh, you have a launch template LT, and on top of it you have something called ASG, which is auto scaling group. Launch template contains what? AMI, instance type, then storage, then we have what, security group, then we have key pair. I think these are all the very important things which we want for launch template. Okay, but for ASG, if you see, for ASG we have only what, desired capacity, minimum capacity, and maximum capacity. Yeah, so always remember, if you want to change anything, or if you want to change anything here, sorry, so if you want to change, any components in this, then you have to go to launch template. If you want to change anything with this, you have to go to auto scaling group. Okay, understood? Perfect. Now what is my instance type? Right now I have chosen t2.micro, correct? So t2.micro I have chosen. Now I'm going to change the t2.micro into something else now. Okay, so how will you change it? Where will you go? I'll go to launch template. Okay, I'm minimizing this. So how do you go to launch template? On the left side there is something called launch templates here. Okay, or else you click on auto scaling groups here. So here itself, this auto scaling group is mapped to this launch template, so you can click on launch template here. Okay, okay, now the launch template is open. Now what to do now? So the launch template concept, understand this very very clearly. Okay, so how the launch template concept works? The launch template concept works like this. So when you're creating a launch template, it will be versionized. Versions will come. So you will get a first version. Okay, and after you modify something, it will become second, then it will become three, then it will become four. Okay, and for some reason, if the this version is not working, you can always go back to the first version, or you can always go back to the second, or you can always go back to the third version. So this is the advantage of the launch template, which I will show you right now. Now if you see in the previous video, we created this launch template. Okay, and the default version is number one, because we don't have any other versions. We have only one version which we created. If you click on this, we have only one default version. If you click on versions, we have only one version, default version. And this is the creation time. When I created what time I created? Around 15:1. This is the I mean UTC time zone, so I had created around half an hour back. Okay, okay, though now what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this template, launch template. I'm going to change the EC2 instance type, the instance type from t2.micro to something else now. Okay, so how can you change it? Okay, so you can click on actions here, and then you have only one option which say modify template. If you click on modify template, it will create a new version. Remember that. Now if you remember, click on versions. How many versions we have? We have only one. Okay, now I'm going back to details here. Click on actions, modify template, which will create a new version. Let's see. Clicking on it. Now come here. Now I'm gonna give some name. Okay, updated instance type. Okay, scroll down. Okay, I'm going to use the same AMI, but here in the instance type I'm going to change it to, I'm not going to change, I'm not going to use T2 or something. I'm going to use C4.x large. Okay, now scroll down. That is the only change I have done. I'm hitting on create template versions. Now new version 2 has been created. Yeah, see, one is done. I'm going to create new version 2 has been created. Okay, now action log succeeded. Now click on launch templates. You will have only one launch template ID, but inside this you have 1 and 2 or multiple versions. The default version is 1 and latest version is 2, which I've changed it. Default version 1 is t2.micro and latest version is something which I've chosen, C5. Okay, now if you click on launch template ID, click on versions. Now if you see this version 1, this is the one, and now version 2 which I created. Okay, now I'm gonna make my version 2 as default. It will be yes. Now how will I change it? Okay, click on this and then click on actions, then click on set default version. So click on set default version. Now your version 2 will be default. Okay, now how can you check what are the version details are there? Click on details here. Okay, scroll down, see C4.x large. If you choose version 1, it will be T2.micro. If you choose version 2, it will be C4.x large. That's it, as simple as it is. Okay, now now what I'm going to do is I'm going to my auto scaling groups on the left side. Okay, and for now, which version for this auto scaling group, which version is which launch template version is used? Version default. Okay, let's see. If I go back, activity, not activity, I'm clicking on this auto scaling group here, clicking on launch template. Okay, see, as soon as I change the default version there, so this here it is connected properly, C4.x large. Okay, so now if I go back to instances here, going back to instances. Okay, so currently something is running already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to auto scaling groups. Okay, and I'm gonna click on this and I'm gonna hit on edit. I'm gonna make it 3. Okay, and maximum is also 3 or 4, whatever, and then hit on update. Now let's see what happens really. Okay, so currently running is 1B is running. Remember, 3D 1B is running. In next couple of minutes it should start 2 more instances. Let's see in which zone it is starting. Okay, so I'll just pause the video for a minute. Okay, so let's see what's happening now. I'm just refreshing my screen. Okay, it's still launched 1A, 1A, 1B. So let's see the activity of it in the in the auto scaling groups. I'm clicking on my app ASG and I'm clicking on activity. Okay, it's doing something. The same problem. What is that? C4 is not supported. Wow. AP South 1C C4.x is also not supported. So I keep getting failed message. Okay, interesting. Okay, if it is not supported, then let's see how many instances it is started right now. So T2.micro, we have one which is already running with the older version, default version 1. C4.x large, it is running on 1A, 1E, 1A, 1A both. So what I'm thinking is let's edit the launch template one more time, okay? And I'm gonna edit the launch template to some other instance type right now. So I'm clicking on launch templates and this is my launch template, and default is 2 version, right? I'm hitting on actions. I'm clicking on modify template, create new version, and I'm gonna shake final instance type update. Okay, now scrolling down and instance type, I'm gonna choose what? I'm gonna choose uh, 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 okay, m5 or 2x large. Okay, now I'm just hitting on create template version. Okay, viewed launch template. So I have 3 versions right now. So third one, if you see, the third one is m5 or 2x large, second one c4.x large, first one t2.micro. Okay, now let's do something here. I want, okay, the launch template we have changed, but if you see the auto scaling group, right? Auto scaling group is which one? Auto scaling group is using the version, default version of the launch template, which is nothing but second one, c4.x large. Okay, now if you scroll down here, see c4.x large is using. Now what I will do is, here I'm going to change to 3 and I'm going to make this as a default version. Default version is 3. After that, if you come here and then scroll down, right, if you refresh here, now it will become m5 or 2x large. Okay, cool. Now let's do something real quick. Going back to instances here. Okay, and I'm gonna, okay, now if you see, m5 or 2x large is initiated in AP South 1C. Did you see that? Okay, perfect. So this instance type is supporting in AP South 1C. But why I have 1, 2, 3, 4 instances are running? What is my desired count? My desired capacity is only 3. Why it is running 4? Let's see. If I refresh it, okay, now see this? It is shutting down my C4.x large. Okay, so it's making high availability right now. See, it says 1B it's running, 1A it's running, 1C is running. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing. So that's how you have to play with the launch template versions. Okay, so I hope you guys are clear with the launch template concept. So let's see further things here. So Samir, what else we can do with the launch template? Let me click on launch templates on the left side again, and then yeah, so here if you click on it, click on actions, so you can launch instance directly from the template. You can modify it, you can delete the template completely. I mean, the entire template ID will be deleted, or you want to delete a particular template version. So if you click on template version, and if you can select which template version you can delete it. You cannot delete the default version, remember. So if I want to delete one and you hit on delete, the one version will be deleted. Okay, if you click on this one, if you click on this, you will be having only two and three. That's it, only 2 items will be there. The one would be deleted, which we have already deleted. Okay, click on it, and you can click on select default version. So rest of the things we will talk about this later, but this one is basic, is very clear. And click on this one, and as usual, you will see all the instance details, storage, networks, all those things will be coming up here. Okay, and if you want to change anything, the same options where we have seen earlier just a minute back, you will also get the same options here. Okay, so launch template is very very important, and it is very advanced, newly introduced by AWS, which we are doing, which we've been using for quite 2 years or something. But before that, we were using something called launch configurations. Here, see, launch configurations. So launch configuration is different, launch templates is different. Here there is a launch templates, and here there is a launch configuration. So far we have used only the launch templates, and launch templates is a versionized one. You can use which version of launch template you want, but in launch configuration you will not have that option. Yeah, so that's all for this video, guys. Thanks.